hello. Welcome back once again to these regional qualifiers for the World Esports Championship 23. It's a pleasure being here yet again. These are, of course, the Counter-Strike Global Offensive qualifiers. In case you guys didn't get a chance to catch it, well, we've had plenty of action already. And of course, I'm not going to be alone today. Lena, how are you doing?
I'm feeling great, especially since we will have two best of three today, and it's going to be a really, interesting day, a long one as well. But, I mean, we're happy to be here, so that's the important. And, I mean, we're just starting this week, right? So we need to start, with good attitude, of course.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The start of the week and also the start of the path for some of these teams. We've already seen how the action has developed in different regional qualifiers. For example, in the South American region, if I am not mistaken, it was Guatemala and Colombia, the selections that managed to make it through. Guatemala actually with a 4-0 record, and Colombia with a 3-1, only losing to Guatemala, leaving Ecuador, Costa Rica, and Honduras, unfortunately, sitting on the dust. And for right now, we did have already one of the bigger matches for this Southern American qualifier. We had Argentina versus Brazil, and that was very, very much in the favor of Team Argentina. It was a very interesting match, as you said. And so now it's time for us to have Brazil versus Chile.
Yes, definitely. Just to mention as well that Argentina played two matches yesterday. We just saw the match between Brazil as well, but they play against Chile as well, and they won. So that means that Argentina automatically just qualify, of course, for that LAN event, which is going to be amazing for them. So right now we will see Brazil against Chile, but I mean, sadly for them, there is not going to be any other spot for these teams to try to go to the LAN. But I mean, still a really good chance just to prove themselves. That that's the important thing. But again, that's not that doesn't mean that they are just going to qualify. So it's going to be at least I hope a fun game, and I hope they can chill about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, the match between Brazil and Argentina was relatively close. It was clearly in the favor of Argentina, however, very much so closer at times. But I got a little bit of info for the match that Argentina and Chile had yesterday, and it was not looking so close, to be honest. It was 16-6 on Inferno and 16-4 on Nuke. So maybe if we are to extrapolate yet again, I'm just playing power scaling with my wee brain once more, then Brazil perhaps gonna be a little bit more favored in this regard, just by comparison and how they did on their match versus Argentina. We already saw the type of heat that these guys are packing. Definitely the type of players that want to hold forward, press W and nothing else on their keyboards. And so these guys, I think that they could bring something very, very nice to the table for today. Chile, though, they do have quite a few amazing players, so it's not like we can sleep on them too much. Perhaps, I mean, they had a bit of a cold streak yesterday, or they were just not playing too hot. After all, we do have to remember, that even if these teams, they are from the same region, from the same countries, and a lot of them have played before with one another. Actually, there's a couple of teammates, if I am not mistaken, in the Chilean selection. But it's still not a full roster that just sits down and grinds day in and day out like they are used to doing there in the South American region. So it is still going to be up for a debate whether or not they are gonna be able to bring that talent forward as well, because Brazil, they were definitely looking very, very strong yesterday. So we'll have to wonder about maybe a little bit more in the side of Chile.
Yes, definitely. And that's why we are just going to recap, of course, about the amazing players who are actually on the Brazilian side. That, as you say,
Yes.
Roy, yesterday they were really on fire. I mean, we had Midas, RPL, Ronesic, Buddy, and Tatu as well. And yeah, I mean, we saw these guys literally on fire. I mean, Argentina was definitely on
Yeah.
top of them in so many circumstances, especially on the overpass map, the second match that
Oh yeah.
they just closed like perfectly in a 2-0. But at this point, yeah, I just feel like Brazil in general, this roster in particular, are really, really strong.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I do remember RPL making some incredible plays, really from everybody on the squad. Tatu also having a couple of very fast approaches that I remember went his way. So some incredible shooting, some incredible aiming going to be coming in from this Brazilian squad. And I mean, you can expect it, right? Like you speak Portuguese in Latin America, and there's a good chance that you know how to play CS:GO. We said it yesterday, and so these guys, I'm sure that they're going to bring their best yet again, even in spite of there not being a qualification spot for them any longer.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a shame, because I feel, I mean, a lot of these players, a
Yeah.
lot of this, yeah, I mean, the teams in particular are well prepared. They have the experience, particularly, but yeah, at least for now, at least for this World Esports Championship, it's no longer, well, an option for them to qualify. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one, and especially since they will face Chile again, and the roster for this particular team as well. I mean, yeah, it has such good names, and so we will see just in a moment. But I feel like the experience here, particularly with them, is just like really good as well.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't know how soon we're gonna get it, but I hope that we get to take a peek at that Chilean roster right away because, like you said, Lena, there's quite a few names. Definitely one is, that I've got to not only but enjoy. We do
Mm-hmm.
have Element, Kratzen, Proxure, Garu, and Alexer. However, we are getting confirmation from production that a couple of their best players, actually in Element and Alexer, they
Yes.
are not going to be playing this match. And I actually had my eyes put out for Alexer yesterday. Yeah, I do remember both of these guys being on Boca Juniors for a little while now, full Argentinian squad, but there was a couple of Chilean players at the time, and those were them. Unfortunately, though, today they're not going to be joining this roster, so perhaps that is a little bit of the reason why. Well, it was looking a bit tougher for them yesterday.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you are talking about the two most experiment players are, well, no participating, or at least not being able to play this match in particular. But I mean, yeah, that they still have a good chance. I mean, I know that Chile as
Oh,
well.
sure.
It's well known for playing good CS, so that's the important thing. And I mean, at this point in this match against Brazil, they just don't need to. I mean, yeah, they do need to prove something, but it's not like they are just like sweating, about that spot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, sadly, again, there is no longer one since Argentina just took that one. But yeah, it's just to have fun a little bit in that situation, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of fun seas. We've already seen it in a different region as well. I do believe in the northern cone, where we did have a little bit of Central America and the northernmost part of uh, of South America. We also did get a situation similar in that regard, in which what team was it? I'm trying to remember. It was Honduras and Costa Rica that they ended up facing off versus one another, and unfortunately, there Honduras getting completely swept on the exact opposite record for Guatemala brought. However, it was a very, very fun match nonetheless. We did see a couple of even some fun plays, like a lot of action going on. So it's not like, even in spite of there not being like those super high stakes this time around, that we're not going to get to showcase a little bit of what both Brazil and Chile have in store for us as far as CS goes.
Yes, indeed. So, well, I mean, it's going to be a best of three just for the fun to be here, and but I mean, we just want to have fun as well, right? Like, we want particularly to start this week like in the best way, and I mean. What can we say exactly if it's just about seeing and commentating some CS:GO, and between teams that, well, yet again, they just have a lot of experience, and they, well, I mean, this is just part of the experience as well, just to keep playing these tournaments, even though if they didn't qualify, it's just a good chance just to keep proving themselves, and, well, just have fun in general.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it is, after all, like, these are professional players that we're talking about. So any amount of practice, it's a bit different because, of course, you still have to manage like your practice and your hours and all of that because we cannot stay like glued to the monitor for forever. However, I think it's a bit different from situations such as like in baseball, for example, where teams may elect to not send some of their best players because they might get injured or something like that. In esports, a little bit different. So we do get to see these players try and opt in for situations such as this. Unfortunately, here we did have a couple of players that were not able to show up for right now. However, like you said, it is still very, very nice practice, and I think just uh, bringing yourself out of your comfort zone, out of your safety net in your teammates, in your regular teammates, that is. It is, I think, a very good learning experience because it's not like just playing like for funsies online with people that don't know what they're doing. These are also professional players, so there's a lot to be learned, a lot of styles to be adapted to, and a lot of little like details that you can really pick up on whenever situations like this present themselves. So I think that still it is a very, very nice opportunity for a lot of these players as well, like you said, to get some of those reps in and try to further better themselves in this game.
Yes, definitely. That's a really good chance to do that. And, well, I mean, for now, we just need to wait a little bit longer before, well, to start. Particularly because we need to know which maps we're just going to see
Ooh.
today. And again, I don't know about Chile in particular, but maybe I'm hoping another Oripus. I don't know. It will be well, a little bit surprised maybe, but I don't know. I'm just
You have my
expecting for
blessing.
something to happen here.
You have my blessing for it. But it does seem like we're gonna have to wait for just a little bit longer, so don't go anywhere. We'll catch a super small break while we set the maps for you guys, and we'll hopefully be back as soon as possible with the rest of the action for today. So we'll see you in a bit.
Well, guys, so we are back, and well, sadly, Roy, with some sad news.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, there seems to have been a situation with one of the players from Chile, so the match is gonna be given over by default to the side of Brazil. Fortunately enough for us, there was no stakes in this match. After all, it was just an exhibition. A bit sad that we didn't get to see it. I was really excited to see the Chilean side of things, even without some of their main forces. However, it seems like that is not going to be the case for this time around. So we do have to apologize for that little bit of inconvenience. However, we have to remember that we already have the qualified team. That was Argentina beating both these squads, both Brazil and Chile, yesterday. So they are going to be making it through. And even more importantly, so for our spectators at home, is the fact that we still have one more match for today. Unfortunately, we still have to wait for the players to get ready and all of that. Schedules have to be met. But we'll see you guys in a couple of hours to see the next part of today, which is going to be the United States versus Canada. It is going to be a best of 3 as well, since there's only 2 teams in the Northern Cone. We're about to find out who is going to make it in and qualify as well, alongside Guatemala, Colombia, and Argentina. So will it be the United States or will it be Canada? Lena, do you have a favorite in this regard?
Well, not exactly. I think both teams have really good players, but I definitely feel like on the United States side, they have more well experienced players. So I'm betting for that one. You know, in particular, I mean, we will have to see as usual. You know, because we just talk about like the names in particular, but we really don't know about who is just going to surprise us. You know, like maybe the underdog player, like Bookstar or something that just well, you know, either. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting one. But as you say, Roy, we need to wait a little bit longer for that one. So yeah, we will have to go offline for a few hours, like so
couple of hours.
Just stay tuned
2
with
hours or so.
with the social media. Yes, so stay tuned, and well, I guess, Roy, we will see you again in a little bit.
All right, be seeing you in a couple of hours. Bye bye for now.